Right on. Okay. How have we started? Right, I thought that if we had the time, I'd start with biog and make it rhyme. And so my story doth unfurl, clearly starting life half boy, half girl. My childhood dream was to become an Anglican preacher. Yes, indeed. Yeah, but through act of God, I ended up a maths teacher. Adventure guide, 'twas not to be. Entrapped in trigonometry. My rugby team, to win's their aim, but with Vince as coach, they lose every game. Oh, fear not, I will. Right, with salt flats, resplendent at Bonneville. Right, the mighty space is the open gorge. Oh, Alistair, good, I'm glad you've got these slides to change. Right, relief. So here beneath the Utah sun, I think you'll agree we're having fun. My wife, a sidecar, and in the red, that's me. Our lives enriched not by 2 wheels, but 3. This Russian Ural bike really was the most fun you could have riding coast to coast. No celebs, no McGregor, Eastwood or Charlton Heston. Ah, crikey, he poster from a spaghetti western. Good grief, Austin, you might at least self-censure. This is supposed to be a night of adventure, but there's no need for you to moan. Man doth not live on adventure alone. This poster to me is the peak of skill, especially with Django, played by Terence Hill. Right, my brain is full of posters like these, rather than hitchhiking signs saying mobile please. So here we have slide number 5, me hitchhiking around America with my friend Clive. We hitched 10,000 miles. That's far, and everyone that picked us up, we interviewed them in their car. I learned a lot in that 7 weeks, plucked from The Verge by blacks and whites and Jews and Christians and Greeks. Right, now then, this is the book cover, I had to scan it, about motorcycling around the planet. I was 29, and despite the goofy smiles, had never previously ridden 44,000 miles, over 40 countries, over our wheels did turn. So tell us, Austin, what did you learn? Well, I learned that if you're just a regular guy, it's in our blood, this DIY. So you see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Adventure, in some regards, is just some business trying to sell you boots and socks and GPS. You'll not get lost while keeping up with the rest. Van Gogh, Coleman and Wolfskin Jack yearn to supply your Gore-Tex and a rack. And this acquisition of the latest gadget amongst motorcyclists has become quite tragic. So, who's this copper, portly but calm, shaking an Englishman's hand in Azerbaijan? A misunderstanding on the edge of town had brought Mondo morale crashing down, and whilst in schoolboy Russian we doth protest, an Azerbaijani crowd had coalesced. The usual Christians like, where is your wife? But after 20 minutes, we were friends for life. And so, these Soviet types aren't going to quit you, thusly illustrated in this picture. A moment of détente and highly prized, with soldiers whose hats are clearly oversized. The Uzbek-Kazakh border thus is fondly remembered by all of us. My message learned on the road is true. These people are just like me and you. But now the situation's changed as we somehow become that more deranged. We feared the Soviets, but suddenly then, now we fear the Muslim men. The man front row, second left, he's a traffic warden. So that's the Gulf of Aqaba, and so this is Jordan. 4 British bikers, a brothy breakfast made, shared with 4 new Middle Eastern chums, right here displayed. The road goes on, the miles go by. We all coexist under one sky, but I love this picture, as you can see. The crouching man has chalked the letters GHV. We had no email, sat-nav, or mobile phone. We had each other, but we were alone, so inevitably we got separated. A chalked message on the tarmac was created. Right. And we loved the time we had together. Come wind and rain and sunny weather, we were just humdrum chaps who had a dream. Let's ride around the world and be a team. I've played the games we had at school. I went through Sandhurst. I bet that you'll think I learned my teamwork there at the leadership node. No, I learned more about teamwork on the road. So Sahara sees me on one knee. And in Mauritania's Saharan sandy sea. And as you can see, what T.E. Lawrence came to mean when he said he liked the desert because it's clean. I haven't the Sahara fully crossed, but what a place to find you're lost. Humans cut down to size, now not so grand, like ants crawling on the desert sand. That's funny, yeah. So, I've been making films in my time spare. It's been quite a torrid love affair with shouting, screaming, fits and tears. I've been shooting now for about 20 years. And I finally realized, as you can see, that there are loads of others just like me. And you can see the sunset and uncoiled spools, and I like people like Alistair Humphreys, and Benedict, because they're not playing by the rules. But people like lists and to compartmentalize. They like to classify and to categorize. I'm shocked that in the adventure scene, there's more boundaries than there's ever been. Do you canoe or ride a bike? Well, I'm happy, and I'll let you like the thing you love. Beware that those... Oh, I've made a mistake there, and I won't make a fuss. Beware those that say he's not one of us. Right, this is an Australian publicity still, if you'll permit me. I hope you will. I'll tell you it was shot in 1955, and that man is about to drive that truck 1,000 miles per run, delivering mail in the soaring outback sun. Do you want the full story? Well, best of all, you can watch this classic at our film festival. Right. A change of tack and a look askance. That's my latest disaster in the south of France. The blackened grass in Pompier. Thank God you can't hear what they say. My motorbike will felicitate no more fun and games, since here it's just gone up in flames. I'm trying to make sense of this confusion, but I'm gently drawing to a conclusion. The terrific fun can surely be had with simply cigarettes and a sleeping bag. You see, I'm not determined, fit, or really tough. But that shouldn't stop us sleeping rough, because there's surely no better way to live than for a few months going primitive. But as well as going minimalist, let's live for moments just like this, where you do the most innocent smile you can whilst entertaining schoolgirls from Japan. But seriously, I tell you folks, between the gooning and the jokes, I'm serious. So hear me please. We spent 5 years fighting Japanese. And the Soviet Union, we fought them too. In my army days, that's what I was trained to do. But look at these people, and be sure that I'm convinced that fearing Russians was a waste of time. I've been around the world on dirt bikes twice, so please believe that my advice is travel hard and travel when you can, so like me, you can fall in love with your fellow man.